Well, today is another day that marks a very important day, especially here on News Central. But let's take a look at a clip that would help us to go straight into our next very own top story of the week.
2015 Nigeria, after the government came into office, it took a while before they eventually named its cabinet or its ministers. And a lot of Nigerians at that time pretty much said that these persons that were named were simply rewarded for their support of the government's election bid, presidential bid, basically. So that seems to be what's playing out in Kenya now with William Ruto and the criticism there.
The giant of Africa still has people who believe that some native doctor has the key to giving you billions of naira if you simply bring human parts. It's painful, but again, we must interrogate these issues and know exactly what we are dealing with. Are these incidents truly happening for money ritual purposes, or is there maybe a thriving but silent body part or organ harvesting market in Nigeria?
It calls to question, how much, African governments invest in certain things, invest in education, invest in healthcare, invest in security, invest in infrastructure. I don't know if we will, ever get to a place where these things are no longer parts of, a major conversation because they are now normal.
Good morning, Nigerians. Now, a lot of times when we analyze the spending of government and criticize waste in government expenditure, many people fail to understand the gravity of it all.
Because you earlier mentioned the DSS had put out a message. Now the UK and the US, are putting out the same security alerts. But the Minister for Information, Lai Mohammed, says there's nothing to worry about and everyone should stay calm.
It was Shakespeare that said, "Parting is such sweet sorrow," end quote. And I'll add my own. It's actually those who leave a lasting impact on us that we feel sorrow at their absence. Osarogiee, you're going to be deeply missed. You're going to be missed for what you bring, not just to Breakfast Central, but also to News Central as a company and as a family. You're going to be missed for your dry wits when you're off the air. Some that gets an opportunity to sneak onto on-screen antics, but we get to see a different side of you than what the audience gets to see. And that's a side of you that has had many people here in the company fall in love with you. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for your work ethic. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for just putting yourself into the work we do here at News Central, and it has spoken for you that even when we part, we wish each and every one of us the best because we hope to meet again in better times, in better circumstances, and with progress. Osarogiee, you will be very much missed. When you told me the news, you knew I wasn't happy about it, but of course, eventually it is what happens as people's lives and people's paths diverge. But we hope that in the future, as we watch you develop and grow elsewhere, that we'll continue to have those ties that bind us to the story. And your story, your name will always be part of News Central's story. Thank you so much, Osarogiee, for the past several years of work and dedication, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Hi, Osarogiee. In a few months, it would have been 3 years that we worked together. And in those 3 years, I have laughed so much at work. I have learned, I've enjoyed my job. They say that you don't have to be friends with your colleagues, but I consider it a blessing and a gift when you have a colleague that becomes your friend because it makes the job easier. You, my dear, are my friend. News Central has gifted me a friend. I'm proud of you. I'm glad to have experienced you. I'm rooting for you in your journey. I wish I could keep you back, but you would always have a home in News Central with us. And I certainly wish you all the best now and in the future. Thank you for making me laugh. Thank you for making the job easy. Sometimes it's hard to wake up at 4 a.m. and do what we do, but you make it easy. Knowing that I will come to work and I'll do this with you has made it easy for me. So thank you. Thank you, my friend. I'll miss you terribly.
Osarogiee Ogbonmwan, the fireman himself. Okay, this feels really weird because we're going to miss you so much. As your producer, I have to say thank you so much for making it easy to be producing for you. You study, you prepare, you engage, and it just makes the work enjoyable. So thank you so much for making work beautiful for us over here. When I met you, I remember asking you, because I thought you were not approachable, and I actually asked if you're the kind of person that I can approach easily. And you're like, sure, why not? And I'm like, this guy, he looks too serious. But nah, you've been really awesome. You've been a fantastic friend and a good colleague. So thank you so much for making work easy, for making work fun. Yeah, making work really fun. Thank you. We'll miss you so much, but all the best. Good luck.
Thank you for all you have done on Breakfast Central. Thank you for bringing all the weights, the hardness, the play into the production. Thank you for making production super easy. When I joined Breakfast Central about a year ago, I thought you're not going to be approachable. I thought you were going to be hard. But guess what? Meeting you, I've made it super sweet. Thank you for all you have done. Thank you for engaging in the production. Thank you for being part of the production. Thank you for always calling out my errors and making me a better person in production. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, man. I will super and deeply miss you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I can tell that to all our viewers, of course, it's a sad and I'd say it's a bittersweet story. Today happens to be Osarogiee's last day with us here, not just on Breakfast Central, but on News Central, as he will be transitioning to something new. And we want to wish him nothing more than the best. Like I told the rest of the team, I mean, if I'm going to start talking about Osarogiee, I'm sure time would not allow us to talk some more. But I've worked with someone who is astute, who has been a professional year in, year out, someone who gives his best 100, not 90 or 70 or 60, and someone I have no worries about. You know when you just have someone you work with and you're like, you're confident, you know 100%, you don't have any issues, you just know, oh, Osarogiee is around, we're good to go. You know, just focus on what you need to do in terms of the stories, the production, the back end. Let him do what he knows how to do best. So to my friend and my colleague Osarogiee, all the best. And we chose today to say thank you. I know the party will continue as we celebrate you. That's what we do here on Breakfast Central, on News Central. Thank you so much for the years you put in. It was going to be 3 years, a few months' time, but of course, you know, 2 years and a few months, there's nothing wrong with that. Thank you, and thank you again. Like they say in the Warri Palace, now man you be. Eh?
You people set me up. You know, I didn't.
You didn't see that coming.
I thought I was going to escape today mostly because I have something that I have an engagement, on the island. So I was already thinking that immediately I'm done, I'm gonna rush off, back to the island. But I mean, everybody who knows. It's a struggle. Everybody who knows that this has been one of the hardest decisions that I've made in a long time. Mostly because of how long that I've been in broadcasting. I've been in broadcasting for 13 or 14 years, I think. And so, at News Central, of course, is the last, broadcasting, job that I would handle. But News Central has been home to me. It's been a very beautiful experience. I've had the things that I would complain about every now and then, but at the same time, it has been home. News Central has made the job easy for me. It has given me so many reasons. It's one of the reasons why it was difficult for me to say that it's time to let go of broadcasting and move somewhere else because of what News Central, the ease that News Central brought into the process. And so I'm grateful to everybody who's been a part of this journey, right from radio. I started radio in 2012 in Enugu. Did radio for about 8 to 9 years, then started doing television in Lagos. Kayode Akintemi gave me my first shot on TV at some other television station.
Yeah.
He's currently still our MD here at News Central. So there's too many parts of the story that I wouldn't have the time for. I came prepared. There's too many parts of the story I won't have the time for, but I would just say thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the work that we've been able to do on TV. it's mostly because everybody wants a better Nigeria. It's not simply because of the love for broadcasting, but because we want a better Nigeria. And so I'm grateful. I can't keep talking, so I don't keep crying. So, but I am really, really grateful. And, you know, there's so much more that we will do in the future.
Absolutely.
Thanks to everyone.
Well, there you go. I think I'm going to take it from here to wrap up the show. It's a bit emotional moment, especially for all of us here. And we cannot help but say, farewell to our very own Osarogiee Ogbonmwan, who has done so well, especially working with us. Well, until we come your way again, that will be next week. You get to find out who's going to sit on Osarogie's chair. And hopefully we'll get to drive the show from where we've left it to the next phase, to where we're taking it to. Olive would return, not just yet. She's on a little break. But of course, like I said, when we come back, that will be until next week. The guys from the weekend will take over from us. That will be Breakfast Extra. Make sure you join Mazino and Judith Saturday and Sunday, which starts tomorrow. But from us here, Osarogiee, thank you so much. Thank you once again. Like they say in Warrior Palace, now man you be. That's for the show.